All right, guys. Hi, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Lomo Suya, how are you doing? Oya, join live. I've spent the last 5 or so minutes talking to the wife of MohBad's sister. She reached out to me and she's supposed to join in this live. Hello. Her to join. Said they are worried about the safety of MohBad's MohBad's wife, and their son Liam. Her name is Titi Layo. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm waiting for her. While you're waiting, please double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok, so more people can get to join us. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Sadly, she was having issues with her phone, so I'm also trying to reach the lady that brought her to me. Come in. You want to see me? All right, so we're waiting for her. I hope she can join the live. So guys, be a bit patient. She was having issues with her phone. You can see this is my chat with her. We've been having a call, and we want to see. Okay, my mic is on. So I say make we speak English. The live with Daddy Shoki na Yoruba throughout. Please forgive us. So forgive us. Hey, Titi Layo, how do I get in touch with you now? So Titi Layo, I'm live. Oh, join me live. Not here, live. Hello, Titi Layo, join me live. This is not. Oh, now you can hear me clearly. Okay, join me live. So, do you know how to join live? Don't worry, just join me live. You would hear me. So I'll send you a request to join me live, because this is a private conversation with me and you. Huh? This we are talking one-on-one. Is private. I want you to be able to speak to the world. So that's why you are.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
It's just going back and forth.
Okay, read your message. Read your message. Read your message. I will type a message. I will type a message. Read it. Read your DM. Read your DM. Read your DM. Sorry, I'm just typing a message so she can join us live. How do you share a live? Hey, it's not everybody. You know, you need to understand that it's not everybody that is social media savvy. So let me just try and add her and see if this works. Ogunbayo. Underscore. Yes. All right. I've sent her a request. Okay. Thank God. Yes. Titi Layo, can we see your face?
Okay. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. I think your phone and network is not so good, but good evening. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
The network is really bad.
Yeah, but I can hear you. We can all hear you.
Hello?
Yes. You can come out of where you are. I can hear you. Okay, I think the phone is down, so they are trying to charge.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I could barely hear you, sir.
Is your phone? Your phone is not good. Put on the mic. Put on the speaker on your phone so people can hear you.
Can you just type something so I can know what you want me to do?
Okay, I'm typing to you now. Put your phone on speaker. We can hear you clearly. I have typed. I have typed. Check your message. Turn your camera like this. Turn your camera around.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
It's going back and forth. It's like you're far away from the phone.
No, it is your phone. Everybody else can hear me. There are over 3,000 people watching.
Okay.
Maybe you should go out.
Say something so I can know where know where to start.
Just start. Just be talking. We can hear you. Just continue talking.
So you can hear me, right? Okay, I will just say something, See, it's so sad. Like, it's a sad situation. And first of all, before I say anything, I will say a very big thank you to all Nigerians for your support. We truly appreciate it. We have been saying donations towards the house account. We are so grateful. And a lot of people are saying my sister should talk. Please, kindly respect our wish right now. I would say she's going to
Can you
right
put on
now.
your camera so we can see your face?
And for me as well, it's not easy. I'm just trying to speak.
Titi, can you hear me?
And remember, I can hear you. What did you say now?
Can you put on your camera so we can see your face? Camera.
Oh my God.
Put on your... Yes, fine. Go ahead.
Is this what you want?
Yes, it's fine. Then introduce yourself. My name is... Then start talking.
What?
Tell them your name. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
What did you say, sir?
Tell them your name.
Okay. My name is Titi Layo Karimo Shobukola. I'm a nurse. I live in the United States. And I'm the senior sister to MohBad's wife. We are just three. Two girls and, a boy. So we have how do I say it? So my sister is the last born of the family, and she's the wife. She's MohBad's wife. They got married on a low key, just because we want to respect MohBad's wish. My sister couldn't post pictures. We couldn't celebrate the way we want, just because we understand what he's going through. And he's doing this because he doesn't want to expose his family. That is why he's doing this. He doesn't want to expose his wife and his son. So right now, my sister cannot talk. She's grieving. And we are just trying to be here for her so she can stay strong. Please bear with us. We are seeing your donations. Every day we are seeing it. We will not, how do I put that? We will not deny that. We are seeing it. Thank you to all Nigerians. And as from the donations, thank you for the support. That was huge. We owe you guys for that. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Thank you, Nigerians. But right now, I'm so surprised about what is going on. I am so surprised. Okay, sorry. On Tuesday night, it was as if I should jump from my phone and get to Nigeria immediately. I begged. I was on the phone from 8 p.m. to like 2 a.m. Bus Revolution. I was on Bus Revolution and WhatsApp call from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Begging and begging. Do autopsy. Don't go and bury him this midnight. They want to bury him in the midnight. Don't bury him this night. He deserves a befitting burial. I plead dead. My sister plead dead. No one listen to us. I said, okay, if that be the case, let's bury him at Lekki Cemetery. Let's not go and bury him just anywhere. They didn't listen. My sister did not have a say. No one listened. At least she had a son for them now. They didn't listen. They didn't listen to my sister. I asked my family to give the phone to them so I can talk. I don't want to mention him. That's why I'm saying them. I don't want to mention him. Give the phone to them. I'm coming home. At least before I get home, let's do this. Why do we have to bury him in the first place? Why are we so much in a hurry to bury him? I asked that question so many times, no response from them. Why do we have to bury him at 12 a.m. midnight? No response. Everybody, they had to like fight them. I said, no, even if you want to bury him, not this midnight. Not this midnight. When he was getting into chaos, that was when they decided and said, okay, we will bury him in the morning. In the morning, as early as 8 o'clock, they took him to the morgue. Around that 2 a.m., they took him to the morgue. As early as 8 o'clock, they got there again to go and get him out and bury him. Why do we have to bury him this early? They didn't listen. They bury him with the cheapest clothes in the market. They call that clothes China. A yard of that clothes should be around If I'm not mistaken, I own a shop. Before I travel, I used to sell clothes. The last time I sold that clothes at my store was 100 naira per yard, and that was 2014, 100 naira. So right now, people that know that material, China, per yard should be around 500 naira. That was the clothes they bought and buried in. I cried on my way to the airport. I cried terribly, but there's nothing I could do. Right now, all the allegations about land, there's no land anywhere. There is no property anywhere. Like I said, and I'll repeat it again, that land that they buried MohBad on, that land that they buried MohBad on, I was the one that wanted to buy that land. But I wanted something closer to by the side of the road. I said I don't want it. My mom advised MohBad to start having properties aside from the land in the house in Lekki. That was why my mom was involved in the first place. He advised him to start putting his money towards property. My sister does not have a car. She doesn't have a car, she doesn't have a shop, and she doesn't have a job as we speak. She's a stay-home mom. I was advising her that morning that MohBad died. I said, your son is now 5 months old now. You need to go back you need to get something to do and start working. Don't be a stay-home mom. Look at me. I have a husband, but I'm still working. He said, my husband said after my son is a year old, after his 1 year old birthday, I would get something doing. I said, if it was your husband's wish, respect your husband. But have it at the back of your mind, you are not going to be a stay-home mom. Said, I know, thank you, my sister. I asked after MohBad. She said MohBad is sleeping. I wanted to greet him for his son's 5-month birthday. I was expecting her to call me back if MohBad wake up so I can wish him happy birthday, wish him his son's 5 months, 5-month-old. They had planned to celebrate the child 5-month-old. They wanted to do the celebration for the 5-month-old that day. They wanted to celebrate before that incident happened. So when I turned out the land, my mom introduced, go and get something from the kitchen. My mom introduced the land to MohBad. MohBad bought the land. Okay. During the purchase, my mom did not receive cash. Go get it. My mom did not receive cash. MohBad have people that manage his property, his account. I'm sorry, please bear with me if I'm not using the right words. My MohBad made payment through, it's okay, go. MohBad made payment through people in charge of his accounts. He didn't give cash to my mom. Thank God my mom advised MohBad to get a land. What if he didn't get that land? They would just and bury him in one useless cemetery. If that land was purchased this year, the land papers were in process. They haven't finished the purchase they haven't finished the papers of the land. They came. I'm going to keep using they came, but you guys will understand. They came to my mom and said they wanted the what is it called? The document for the land. My mom said the documents are still in process. They fought my mom and said they want the documents. So my mom released the documents. They took the land even before MohBad died. It is okay for MohBad to give them land. It's okay, but not forcefully. At least willingly can release it, not forcefully. That was why they have access to go there directly to go and bury him there. Because they forcefully took that land from him and they forcefully took the papers from my mom. We are trying not to come out and talk because the deceased doesn't like drama. That's why I don't post him. If you go back to my page, I don't post him on my page. He doesn't want drama. He's trying to protect his family. But if we keep quiet, it would be as if we have something we are hiding. My sister is not in the right state of mind now. I went out today. I just came back. I had to go and get some baby items for Liam. They have not called my sister since MohBad died to check on Liam. Mama have been calling. I would say Mama have called like 1 million times. We visited Mama yesterday so Mama can see Liam. We pitied Mama and we said, Mama wanted to see Liam and my sister. So we had to drive down to Mama yesterday so she can see Liam and my sister. We spent some time with Mama. I gave Mama some cash before I left because I know Mama will need cash. I'm not saying this to gain anything. So that you guys can know Mama, the situation of Mama. That's why I'm saying this. So we left there, we came back home. They have not called my sister since they buried MohBad. They have not asked of Liam since they buried Liam, but they have time to grant interviews. We are just keeping quiet. Me, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised about what is going on. Because we as a family, we don't need this now. We need to be one. So that those people in question can be brought to books. But if they see us fighting, how will judgment prevail? How? I just came back now. I just came back. You can see me dressed up. I just came back from the store because for about some days my sister couldn't breastfeed Liam. I advised my sister to do exclusive breastfeeding. And after since the deceased passed the burial, she couldn't breastfeed Liam. So we had to buy a formula for Liam. I just went to the store because I wanted to buy Liam some formula and some things we needed in the house. I just came back. I couldn't expect what I'm seeing online. This is so sad. This is so sad. Everything that is out there, it is rubbish. Because I myself don't even have enough information. The person that has enough information, if that person decides to come out and talk, a lot of people will be arrested. But I just decided to come out because Nigerians need to know what is going on. We are not just keeping quiet. We are seeing all your efforts. And my sister truly appreciates it. But she said she doesn't want to do something that will hurt MohBad. Because she knows MohBad is a quiet person. So that's why I've been, posting and updating you guys on her behalf. Right now, my sister's safety, myself, and the rest of the family safety is the priority right now. Nothing must happen to my sister. Nothing must happen to me, and nothing must happen to my mom and my brother and the whole family, the Wise family. And I'm going to clarify the voice notes. The alleged voice note that was posted, where MohBad said his wife was going to kill him. My sister was one that recorded that voice note. Because MohBad will deny and say, I did not say that after. He has some memory loss at some point. The FDLEA hit him with a gun on his head. So he has some episode of memory loss. My sister said, after he said my sister wants to kill him or not, and my sister said he's done with him. So my sister recorded him so she can play those voice notes for him later. It's so sad. It is so sad. So that day, he was begging my sister. My sister said, no, she's done. He had to call my mom's junior sister to come to their house to come and beg on his behalf. So my mom's junior sister came. I begged my sister. My sister stepped and said, okay, she has had him. My sister was scared. During that recording, she used a friend phone to record that voice note. This is a lesson for Nigerians as well. Do not trust anyone. Do not trust anyone. That voice note, she used her friend's phone to record that voice note at the time. She didn't use her own phone. Her friend was recording so that MohBad will not know. So she can play it for MohBad later. So now the friend, another friend who is a girlfriend of MohBad's friend, took that voice note from that friend. It wasn't the friend that recorded. The friend's name is Cynthia. It wasn't Cynthia that leaked the voice note. It was another friend that took the voice note from Cynthia's phone, gave it to her husband, who was MohBad's friend. So that voice note leaked from that friend that took the voice note from Cynthia, who is my sister's name is also Cynthia, so there's two Cynthia now. The third friend took the voice note from Cynthia, who is my sister's friend's phone, and leaked the voice note now to use it against my sister. It is so sad. So after that, after my mom's junior sister left, I swear to God, I'm a Celestian. I swear to God, Baba Oshofa is my witness. MohBad and my sister called me and said they needed my help because I was a nurse. He said he's having some memory loss. He said he couldn't remember his own lyrics again. He said, Auntie Orin Toje Minimo Komi, Iranti Orin Mimo. And if you could remember, his boss mentioned the thing that he's having some memory loss. Those memory loss was not from addiction. It was. I'm not saying he doesn't smoke. Don't misquote me, please. It was not because of it wasn't because he's an addict. He was never an addict. He was labeled wrongfully. That's why he didn't get the help he needed. So when they called me, everything I said that they're going to say it, even bear me witness, Papa Oshofa bear me witness. I said, you guys need to go to Arrow. I said, not all mad people, mental derailed people, not all of them go to Harrow. See, they are dealing with memory loss. It is a psychiatric hospital. You going there doesn't mean you are a psychiatric patient. But they have, excuse me, Jordan, they have, how do I put it? They have people there. They have people that will treat you there, that specialize in such area. They have specialists that will be able to deal with you there. I said, ignore the name Arrow. Ignore the name Arrow. Go there for treatment. I don't know anywhere in Nigeria that is for men. MohBad said, I don't want Nigerians to see me at Arrow. They will believe that I have psychological problems. I said, so what do we do now? I said, the next option is for you to come to US. Come to US. I will help you with anything you need medically. He showed me tons of medications that they prescribed for him, even the ones he's not supposed to be taking. I had to tell him to get off some of the medication. and take some that I think he can take. And I said, are you just treating yourself at home, or you go to were you seen by a doctor, or you are just doing self-medication? He said he was seen by a doctor. I said that I was expecting him to get back to me that he will come to United States. Shortly after that, himself and his wife got back to me and said he's getting better. That night, I now said, among me, oh, le fissile sin. Only memory loss. It's only memory loss. Don't forget àwọn kan. Jọ torí Ọlọ́run má fi sílẹ̀. Ó ló ń implicate òun pé kó lóun mọ̀ pé kó mọ̀ pé voice note yẹn tóun èèyàn bá rí ń kọ́ òun ò save àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ máa sọ pé òun fẹ́ pa. Mo ní ìjọ kó dúró tì í. Ó dẹ̀ lóun ti gbọ́. Mo bá dẹ̀ sọ pé àǹtí ẹ ṣé. I will try my best if I can still have that conversation. I just changed my phone. I have a new phone. So, ta ló tẹ rò pé nǹkan bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí èèyàn máa keep record bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ọdún máa yẹ ká keep record burúkú. See, a lot is going on. But there's little we can say. But if they don't stop, the person that knows everything will come out and talk. Just 2 months ago, they received a vehicle of 5.5 million naira from MohBad's. They went to deliver that vehicle to them. They said it doesn't have plate number, that they will not receive it until when they put plate number. They have to take that vehicle back to MohBad's and put plate number. They took that vehicle to them again with plate number. They said they have to put gas. I mean petrol. We call it gas over there. They said they have to put petrol in it before they collect it. They called, and my sister said, please, just 2 months ago, the vehicle was purchased in Ikorodu. When we were going to Grandma's house yesterday to visit Grandma with Liam, they showed me that place that they purchased that vehicle. Just 2 months ago, about 2-3 months ago, they purchased that vehicle and gave them new vehicle, 5.5 million. That was the amount they purchased that vehicle. When my sister delivered Liam, MohBad wanted to give her the car as a gift. My sister said me, Fenoto, check out my ile, Kamani property, Mara moto fún. Àbúrò mi ò ní mọ́tò tó ń wà o. Tí o mọ́tò ta fi gbé lọ sọ́dọ̀ ìyá ọkọ ẹ̀ lánàá àti ìyá. Èmi ni mo mọ bá ṣe get mọ́tò ta fi gbé lọ o. Kò ní private car o. Kò ní mọ́tò Uber làbúrò mi ń gbé kiri o. Ilẹ̀ owó tó yẹ kó fi ra mọ́tò fún. The issue pé wọ́n fún ọmọ 5 months old sí ilẹ̀. Oyún inú gan téèyàn bá mọ orúkọ tó máa sọ oyún inú, ó lè forúkọ ẹ̀ sí. Ó lè ra property lórúkọ oyún inú. How do we even got here in the first place? Because this is not necessary. That was why they purchased those land in Liam's name. Thank God my sister did not collect that vehicle. Thank God she did not collect that vehicle. Ìdúró ṣọ́bìnrin tó ti wà pẹ̀lú èèyàn láti 10 years ago. MohBad ṣe ìyàwó fún àbúrò mi o. Àbúrò mi ò kàn lè post picture 3 threat to life ni o. You know how painful it is for you to do a wedding and not be able to flaunt your wedding, not be able to take pictures about your wedding, just because you want to respect your husband's wish and just because you know your husband is in danger. Just because you know your husband is in danger. That's why you guys, that's why some people are saying girlfriend, baby mama. I've been with you because we want to say So now, see 2 acres, it can't become. tí 2 acres bá wà níbì kan, Mohbad kú sọ̀rùn orí wàwá orí o. Kò sí 2 acres kankan bí kan. Ilẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ wá bí kankan orúkọ Liam ló wà níbẹ̀. He purchased those land after my sister gave birth to Liam. That was why Liam's name is there. My sister did not want to talk because kò fẹ́ kí ó mọ èèyàn tọ́pẹ́ jẹ́. And I'm only saying this because nǹkan tèmi náà mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n tí n bá ní kẹ́ni tó mọ ọ̀rọ̀ gangan sọ̀rọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe treat Liam, Mohbad, Liam ọkọ mi kò ní rí wàhálà. Bó ṣe ń treat Mohbad, ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń treat ẹ̀ bad nílé, wọ́n tún treat ẹ̀ bad níta. Me, I don't know anything. I don't want to say anything nípa ìta. But nílé ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn ìtìlé. Mama Mohbad ò ṣẹ̀wá o. Mama Mohbad ò dà wá. She can call us 1 million times a day. They have not called my sister since Mohbad died. They have not asked of Liam since Mohbad died. I will ask my sister, did they call you? Did they check after you? Did they ask about Liam? She said no. But Mama can call 1 million times a day. Mama can do that. Mama is going to come out. Mama is the quiet type too. I don't know Mama. I'm seeing Mama for the first time. I only saw her on video calls. I saw Mama on video calls. So I met her in person for the first time today. So right now, the safety of my sister and the safety of the wife family, please Nigerians, nothing must happen to us. Nothing must happen to us. Please, at this point, while seeking justice, please, nothing must happen to us. Tell them, because all those allegations are scary. They are not just mere allegations. Physically and spiritually, nothing must happen to us. You need to see my sister. And I want to clarify again. I was the one that fight for my mom. I was the one that brought my mom to United States. My husband was the one that purchased her traveling tickets, not Mohbad. Mohbad did not know anything about her traveling. But our wife just keep updating him. And Mom will be traveling soon. Mom will be traveling soon. And I posted a video when my mom, you go to my page on Facebook, Mohbad and my mom was holding each other. That time, my mom was trying to hold Mohbad and said, "Jumi dowe, lilo ni mo lo ji. Ma ba mo mi ja. You wanna ṣe sùúrù mọ́ mi, ma ba mọ́ mi náà." And Mohbad said, "Mommy, àbúrò mi ni ọmọ mi, a lè jà. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ máa lọ." That was the conversation they were having when they held up in front of each other. So, please, safety first. Safety is a priority. Every other thing, I follow along.
Whew. Okay, my sister. Amama Soro.
Hello, sir. I'm with you.
Yeah. Like I said, Ejakama will be develop. Let us see how this develops. I switched off the comments. Check your DM. You can't hear me. Check your DM.
I can't hear you.
Check your DM. Message. I'm typing a message to you. I'm typing a message to you. Wow. That was a whole lot. In the spirit of fairness, I like to hear from both sides of the family. You know how we do here on Daddy Freeze Live. We always try to be as fair as possible. Thank you all of you who've been supporting on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, please double click the screen. Let's get the video out to more people. Thank you so much. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Big shout out to my Facebook family too, guys. Always know that I appreciate you. I have 1,035 people watching me on Facebook. Thank you so much, Facebook people, for the support and the love. And please don't forget the super chats, the super stickers, and the super likes. Where you type your comments on YouTube, I beg your pardon, where you type your comments on YouTube, bottom right hand corner, you will see how to buy super chat, super stickers, and super likes. That is on YouTube. So here's what I have to say about all this. I can see I may be wrong. This is my opinion, and it is just an opinion. I can see that MohBad was loved by everybody. We cannot hide that. I can see that he was loved. I can see that he was loved by his wife's family. I can see that he was loved by his wife. He was adored by his wife. I can see that he had a lovely spirit. We need to be careful not to get into the nitty-gritty of the family drama, because every family get their own drama. As my own family be, they get their own drama. But we also need to protect his wife and the child. No matter what quarrel a husband and a wife have, the wife must be protected, if for nothing, to raise the child. So we've got to be very careful how we play this narrative, so the wife and the child don't suffer, especially the child. He's a 5-month-old child, the only son this guy has that we know, or that we know of. So we've got to be extremely careful how we handle this. If the wife feels that she is unsafe for one reason or the other, I think it is best that as a family, or as the people you love MohBad, it's not just about getting justice for MohBad, it's about making sure his 5-month-old son is protected. That is more important than justice, because you get justice for him and the poor boy would suffer. So priority first is his son, and if you were to ask me, I would say his wife, his, can I use the word widow, a 24-year-old widow. This is a very crucial point in their lives. A lot of people are saying, are not happy with the way he was buried, and all that can be rearranged. You can get a befitting burial. I'm sure the family too is watching, and respectfully, we're trying to reach out to the family so as to arrange a proper burial for this young man that so many people loved. We need to be very careful. Let me warn us all. There are so many dangers in taking 1-minute clips from social media. You can take a 1-minute clip from social media and turn someone he loved into his enemy. And I saw that happen with his wife. I'm not saying they didn't have their own husband and wife issue, but 1-minute recordings can be misleading if we take them out of context. So this is a very serious matter. And it's not the time when Nigerians would give up on their beloved, but instead this is the time when you all, or we all, came together to get. You all wanted us to talk about MohBad. I was preaching the other time preaching for over an hour, and everybody kept shouting, "MohBad, MohBad, MohBad." Okay, I have come here. We are talking about MohBad. Can we please all come together? And by come together, sometimes it means just use our head. Let us not scatter it even more. Because at the end of the day, the grass is what will suffer while elephants fight. I'm going to bring up one or two people. Please remember, utmost respect. Nigerians, many of you people don't know how to talk. You don't know that the S word that is before HIT. You say S and hit. If you join it together, you don't know if I hear you, I will block you permanently from my channel. Don't use any derogatory words. If you want to share an opinion, please share your opinion. Let's be careful also not to cause deeper conflict in the family, because when somebody who's this young passes on, the family would be in conflict. Wisdom, the wisdom of Solomon, the wisdom of a serpent is what we need to decipher this right now. Those of you watching on TikTok, remember to double click the screen. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. The more you double click the screen, the more people can see the video and come out. And of course, please follow my #1 gifter. I always end up following my #1 gifter on TikTok at the end of every day. And also pop my money guns, okay? Somebody came the other time and said, Daddy Freeze, go and find work. If I have not sat down here to do this work, would you have heard this side of the story? Would you have had the opportunity to hear this? So it is very good when you encourage us to do this work instead of coming to fight us that are trying to bring peace. If you're watching on Instagram, please go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Bottom left hand corner on today's video, you will see how to buy my stars. I encourage you to go to Facebook right now. And if you're already watching on Facebook, I'm going to look out for the first 1,000 stars so I can give a big shout out to them. YouTube people, super chat, super stickers, and super likes. Over 1,000 people are watching me on YouTube Live. Over 3,100 people were watching me on TikTok today at a point. And over 5,000 people were watching me on Instagram alone. So we had over 10,000 people today. I'm going to bring Kaji because my mouth don't they pain me. And also, it's not easy to be wise enough, and I'm not claiming to be wise. I'm just saying it is not easy to be able to gather these people and talk to them in such a way that people can actually be heard. So Kaji, good evening, my darling sister. From what you heard, what is your take, and what can the people do to protect MohBad's wife and young son? Over to you, my sister.
Daddy Freeze, first of all, good evening. Thank you for everything you've been doing. But Daddy Freeze, look at my face first. Also, it's a lot, and I don't even know what to say for the first time. You know, I'm gobsmacked. But, guys, I'm short of words for the first time. And you guys already know that I always have something to say. But with everything that woman just said, more fall. And like you said, we can all just pray for the family and also the wife at this point. And also just pray that, you know, God just protects her. Because I don't understand. Daddy Freeze, to you, Chef, what did you just say? Are you not flabbergasted? Are you not, what is your intake? Let me ask you.
Me, I cannot have any intake. I'm just going to sit down here as an umpire. I want to hear from every side. I want to hear from the side of the father. I want to try as much as possible to create a platform for justice, a platform for peace, a platform for love and protection, if such exists. You
right.
understand?
At this point, I just feel I just feel at this point, the next thing we need to fight for is for us to give him a befitting burial. Do you understand? And make sure that the son is in good hands. Do you understand? Yes, guys, I am being very careful with the words of my mouth. I am being careful because Daddy Freeze, the kind of inbox I have gotten since yesterday is alarming. I'm not even going to lie to you. But at this point, Daddy Freeze, me or your watery MohBad, but I'm shocked because we're not marrying to the wrong home, and I don't know where did you go wrong? That's the question. There was a loophole somewhere that we don't understand. There's so many things that still needs to come out. I feel there's an autopsy that needs to be done. You know, they need to give the guy a befitting burial, and then we move from there, and then we get justice for MohBad. But at this time, Daddy Freeze, I didn't fear. Let me be on the comment section for now.
No, be on the comment section. Don't leave only me alone here, because me Paro, it's tough. It's tough. I've added DJ Bongoli. So Bongoli, please, this is a very, very sensitive matter. It's a matter involving many families. It's a matter.
Right.
It's a very, very sensitive matter. So we need to be careful, and we all need to also apply wisdom. Now, so my family to be. Before anybody comes and say, this family get problem. Now, so my family get problem. As I did like this, and they settle this kind of problem for inside my family.
Wow.
So, because I don't want us to come here and make it look like, he has such a bad, his wife's family is bad, wisdom. This matter requires a lot of wisdom. And what is priority to us? The safety of his wife, the safety of his child, and the safety of his parents, his mother.
Also,
I found out today that he had a mother. I did not know he even had a mother. The safety of his mother, and the safety of his father. We heard that he didn't have a mom. I spoke to Titi Layo, and she said the mother always checks up on them. So as God-fearing, loving people, what should be our priority is how we bring peace. If we start saying, the father did like this, the mother did like this, we will be here for 6 months. The poor boy who passed on in very controversial situation is going to be laid to rest in a controversial situation, and it's not going to work for anybody. So please, wisdom is what we need now. If you know you are not wise, don't even join my comment section. We don't need intelligence. We need wisdom right now. Ogmoagba. Over to you, DJ Bongoli. How are you doing? Please, by the way, if you are watching on TikTok, double-click my screen. Follow my #1 gifter. And big shout out to all those who have been popping my money guns. Chris sent me 1 money gun, and Godwin Abe 17. They've been popping my money guns. Thank you so much. Please make we sell our market where we get. Now the only market where we get be that. Follow my #1 gifter and be my #1 gifter. I always end up following my #1 gifter at the end of every live. And somebody just sent me 1,000 stars on Facebook. I appreciate you, Issa Bashir sent me 1,000 stars. It's so easy. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Click on today's video. Bottom left-hand corner, you will see how to buy my stars on Facebook. I'm giving shout-outs to those who are buying me 1,000 stars and above to appreciate the good work. Thank you so much. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember the super chat, super likes, and super stickers at the bottom right hand of the page. Over to you, DJ Bongoli.
Yes, good morning, good evening, good night, everyone. General Kaji, good evening. I can't even see you. I can only see Daddy Freeze.
Yeah, I'm here.
Firstly, I would like to send my condolences to MohBad and his family. I I play his songs at parties and in clubs. His voice, very unique, very deep and very unique. So may his soul continue to rest in peace. What I would like to say here is very simple. We all want justice. We're all screaming and yearning for justice. But do we know what justice truly is? Do we know what justice truly means in this particular case? I want us all to, it's an emotional situation, but we also have to be very rational. We all have to be very careful how we throw and mete out allegations. We all have to go through the right channels at this time. We all have to watch what we say, how we say, and when we say it. We all have to be careful how we expose this family at this time. And the lady said something that really touched me in the sense that she said the family needs to be seen as united, not apart. Because in this particular situation, I would think that if they're doing interviews with anybody, it should be like a collective front, a joint front, where you see everybody in the family as a unit speaking or putting up a front and all of that. We all also have to be very careful because we don't know what truly happened. The late MohBad is Ikorodu. I'm a satellite town boy, satellite town / first tag boy, but I would say maybe I grew up with some certain kind of privileges, growing up in Ikorodu and all of that. We don't understand the kind of life. A lot of us don't understand it. So if you don't understand it, you have to be mindful and careful as to what you say, how you say. I'm not here siding anybody. I'm not here coming to say this or say that. But I'm just saying that we all just have to be very careful. Let the Lord take its course. Let the Lord take its course. Let us know, because this is also an opportunity for we as Nigerians to know how to channel our grievances the right way and the correct way and the legal way.
Can I quickly ask you a question, Bongoli? Yes. Allow me, I'm going to interject. Now, from this point you've just made, there was a petition that went out to the so-called authorities. Now, when a petition goes out, there needs to be a warrant that's been sent out. I'm sorry, what happened? We haven't even seen nothing. Everybody that's been, every name that we have mentioned in this so-called drama or death thing that's going on, nobody has said nothing about these people. Is it because they have power more than us? What is it that's going on? We really need to know. What law are you advising on? Because I don't understand. This is how we say law, and it keeps dragging.
Well, no matter how you look at it, General Kaji, the law is the law. Without law, there will be anarchy. We have to go by the tenets of the law, regardless of however we feel. There's nothing we can...
You're not understanding. There's a whole lot of people that's involved. There's something called questioning.
General Kaji, I understand you, and that is why the right, the very effective and efficient investigations need to be done. Right. Okay, as a petition been written, I know that because of the videos swirling around social media, there was when a certain event happened that somebody attacked him, he filed a petition. And according to what the FCID reported, they said the person he filed the petition against went to answer that petition, but he did not show up. I'm not here to talk down on nobody. No, that's not my own intention. All I'm saying here is that we have to do things by the tenets of the law, because we can scream all we want, we can cry all we want, but we have to go through the law. There's nothing we can do about it. So if they've written the petitions, the police, they have a modus operandi.
But Bongoli, sorry to interject, Bongoli. How successful has Nigerian police modus operandi been up until now? It's a question we need to... You see, if the people trusted the police force, it would be easier. To be honest, are we not expecting too much from these same people who have suffered in the hands of these same police?
Daddy Freeze.
Yeah.
Daddy Freeze. Let us be very honest here. when situations happen in Nigeria and the police gets involved, like it's a big issue like this, how many of us have taken the pains to follow these cases till the end? We all drop halfway. Most of us drop halfway and say, okay, yes, they didn't do anything. But if you go back and go do some research, you see that these people may have meted out some form of justice at them or to them if they are found guilty. Most of us don't follow up in Nigeria. There is nothing we can do except going by the law. And that is why I'm using this opportunity to channel people. If you want to fight for your rights, because freedom truly is when you can fight for rights and fight for the rights of people. Let us channel it through the right sources. That is the best we can do, Daddy Freeze.
I'm sorry. When you say channel it into Daddy Freeze, please leave me with Bongoli. When you say channel it to the right way, my question is a petition written. Now, there's so many names in the so-called cabal, or there's so many names that's been popping. You know, there's so many, like a couple of names that's being so particular. At least respect the dead. Come out, have something to say. You can't keep the whole world in darkness. This is somebody's father we're talking about. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, sometimes it has to take the whole world to say, forget about the law. The law is not going to give us justice the way we're looking at it, because they're dragging this issue.
Then what are you going to do? Then what are you going to do, General Kaji? Then what are you going to do? If you don't wait on the law, then tell me the other option. I'm asking you. You live in the UK. You know these things very well. They do investigations for 15, 20, 30 years. I hear you, Mr. Start. I see you, Mr. Start. They do. Wait, Mr. Start. I'm talking to my sister. Yeah, wait. Okay. They do cases up to 20, 30 years and they resolve it, even though names have been swirling around. What's the other option? I'm asking you, General Kaji. I'm asking you a question, direct question, General Kaji.
It's called jungle justice. It's called jungle justice. I'm sorry. You can hear me very well. It's called jungle justice.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't want us to go down that route. I wouldn't want us to go down that route because it has not brought... It brings out the inhuman side of man. And no matter how bad a justice system is, I lived in the ghetto. In Aremo, Ibadan, proper ghetto. Forget Ikorodu na good place. Go Ibadan ghetto, you go see village ghetto. I've seen jungle justice because somebody stole Maggie Cube.
Right.
So the jungle justice is the thought process of a mob. A mob has what you call they share a mind.
Please, I'm so sorry. Wait, are you trying to say we need to wait for them to do that?
We don't need to wait. We will put them under pressure, but I don't want us to go down the road of jungle justice either.
Jungle justice, I got you.
Do you understand? Yes, put pressure on. Let the police know that the eyes are on them. Let the police know that we're watching.
Right.
You understand? Right. But we've got to be very careful not to start this because, trust me, innocent people will go down. It always happens like that. So let us at least get a proper case established. Let us understand what is going on. Because you see, what makes us different from the people that we claim or we are pinning this on if we act like them? Do you understand my opinion?
I got you. I'm with you.
Just let the theme be justice for MohBad, not jungle justice for MohBad. My opinion. Okay. We've got Mr. Stats here. Mr. Stats, what are your thoughts?
First of all, Daddy Freeze, good evening, good afternoon. Thanks for bringing me up, Bongoli. I greet you especially, Kaji, who's popping. As a reason why I came up, and it was one of the points Bongoli made was, what does justice look like? We need to ask ourselves, what does justice look like? And I think at this point in time, everyone on this live video knows what justice looks like. When you look at the story of this guy and the amount of times he's been crying out for help, I think at one point in time we can all get to the point where we say yes, he was oppressed by certain groups of people, and I know in America there's something where they say accessory to a crime. So let's say, for example, if you pull the trigger, but you gave them the gun, you can be charged with murder.
Accomplishment,
As an accomplice.
Yeah.
Rico law.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you might not have been the one to pull the trigger, but you are the one that gave them the gun. Or you are the one that told them the address of where they will find him to kill him. Do you get? So there has to be that level of investigation as to how all of this happened, since when it's been going on, and how he died. Now, one of the questions that came to mind was, is he Muslim? Even Muslim, they don't rush to bury them like that. Do you get? Where, because I was listening to the wife's sister, and she was saying that I wanted to bury him as early as 12 midnight.
That night.
As soon as he died, they wanted to bury him immediately. The only reason why you want to do that is if there is evidence, there's something you want to bury. Like, you don't want somebody.
Let's not use the D word. Let's just say the moment he died because of.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So something. There's something there. Now, to answer the question of what does justice look like, it means we'll have to investigate, and then they'll have to answer all the questions surrounding how he died, and then question and bring people to
Questioning.
So, Bongoli, you said
Yes.
A lot of times people don't follow up. Nigeria is a country where if you know people, and you too, you can attest to this. I grew up in Ibadan, and unfortunately, as crazy as this sounds, Nigeria is the one place where you could be sentenced to serve time and not even serve the time. And somebody will serve the time for you. And you can go out, you can go abroad, you can do and undo. Have we not seen this in the case of NSAS? One of my biggest fears is that 2 weeks post the incident, one celebrity will do something stupid and then boom, in the news, and we will almost forget about it. Or one politician will do something and we'll almost forget about it. And the same, we want justice. It will start dying down. And when people see that, when police see that, people are no longer interested, people will start, doing mago.
Checking out.
Do you get it? So, if we are going to go by what we know as justice today, let me now ask you a question. Your candidate is now the president.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go political. Let's not go political.
Let's not go there. Because Mr. Sars, respectfully.
The question that I was going to ask is very simple. Has anything changed? That was the only question. What's the question? Has anything changed, and will anything change in the justice system from before it was and now?
Mr. Sars, you know something? Since you even brought that up, I'm glad you brought that up. One of the issues that we're talking about, that we're saying we want justice for and all of that, is bullying, right? There were evidences of bullying swirling around on social media and the videos that we saw, right? Physical bullying. If you brought you talk a little bit of politics. Imagine what was done to me. I'm not trying to make this about me. What the people were doing, cyberbullying me. A lot of people on this platform, a lot of people on this platform here that are requesting for justice, they were the same people that were cyberbullying me because of somebody I was supporting that I talked about. And they were cyberbullying me, but you're telling me that someone was bullying somebody. But I digress. Now, pertaining to what you said, I understand that we are in Nigeria. However, it is we Nigerians that make up Nigeria. It is people like you and I. And if what we are doing here is screaming for justice, it's not superficial, and it's not fake, and it is genuine, then we'll follow it till the end. It is not social media. Social media doesn't bring this justice. It is when you get into the court of law, you file your evidences, your Freedom of Information Act, your Evidence Act, whatever act and whatever is in the Constitution section 40-something of the Constitution, all those things, that is what you will take to the court of law. How many of us have paid for the services of lawyers on this case? We are talking about being genuine. We want justice. If I, Bongoli, wants justice, I will say, you know what, a lawyer, what can we do about this MohBad situation? Let us raise money. And when we raise money, let us face this head on. It is expensive. Who is going to pay on the side of MohBad if they're going to write a petition or file a petition? Who is going to pay for it? This is the time that we all have to put our heads together. We have lawyers here and all of that, or attorneys, come together and fight for this justice.
You know, sometimes when things happen, you don't have a clear direction of how to go about seeking justice or doing things. And what you said makes sense. I get behind that. I can get behind legal representation for the family, for MohBad. If one does not currently exist, I can get behind creating a GoFundMe account for that, the legal process of getting justice. Bongoli, are you going to spearhead that?
What did you say?
Are you going to spearhead that? Are you going
I am not going to spearhead that. I have my reservations. I am not going to spearhead that. But I'm saying the people that want the justice, that are talking about the justice, they should put their heads together. I'm being honest and truthful here. Put their heads together, get legal representation. Okay, with what the people, I think that the police have actually tweeted and they put a phone number and said, call this phone number. We need all information possible. The people that are watching Daddy Freeze right now, are they aware of it? Because even though I am not inside of it, but I keep myself abreast of all the developments from the side of the government.
Okay.
So that is what the police have said. Bring your evidences now. The police have put a number. Call the police number now and start giving them all the information that you have on this case while they are doing the investigation. Now, lastly, now the MohBad side, let us gather money, get legal representation, and know what we are fighting for. Now, there's one thing to say you want to go and fight for justice. Know what you are fighting for. Example, the political stuff that was going on. And people were saying one thing on social media. And when they got to court, it was something else that was going on. And we saw a totally different outcome from what the people were expecting in social media to what the people that were going the legal way, the document way. That is what I'm saying here. I'm not siding anybody or protecting anybody. I just want us to be
I remembered something just now. Daddy Freeze, you know when that lady was speaking, the family, I was in and out. Did she actually mention of who gave them the audacity to go and bury that guy so soon in the family?
No.
She didn't mention it, right?
I don't think. So that's why she kept on saying they.
She didn't want to mention any specific names. And I also, for the sake of peace, because social media is not the court of law. She will mention somebody, some people begin to agitate. Do you catch it?
Right.
Some people begin to agitate. Before you know it, they don't go scatter one place. So let's use wisdom. That's why I said primary wisdom is very important in this situation.
I just think we should just leave politics out of this and just speak about MohBad. And
it would be good if you can leave politics out of it.
I'm just saying
it's not about politics. I think the biggest thing is what's the way forward. At least that's what me I'm concerned about.
And Mr. Sachs, for me, the way forward, let us get a legal representation. Hold on. the family side, because remember, there were still some legal tussles as regards management and music management, blah blah blah. And now he's having streaming. He had 400,000 streams the other day, highest ever on Spotify and Co. Where is all that money going to? Where are all those monies going to? See, let me tell you something. When I'm trying to think about some certain issues, I look at every scenarios possible. Where are all those monies going to? He's topping the charts right now with his songs. Where are all those monies going to? Where are all those monies for his endorsements going to? That is where the legal representation I'm talking about comes in, one of them. And then if you want to file anything, that is where the legal representation comes in. Get Fal's daddy. Someone just says something, Femi. Ariyoba said get Falano. Femi Falano, SAN. You have to know what we are fighting for. Daddy. That's why I said what is justice. That's why I said what is justice. You have to know what we are fighting for.
Daddy Freeze.
Go ahead, my brother.
Once again, I want to thank you for bringing it to, and consistently talking about it. Daddy Freeze, I think I consider you a wise man.
Right.
And I say it's very heavy because I've been on your platforms. I've heard you so many times. Do you know the family or the family members, or do you know if the family have legal representation? In advanced world, in other countries, there will be a court-appointed attorney, or the AG of the state will take up this case, investigate it with the police, represent the family, and bring justice, right? Because it looks like things might have been, or I'm asking Daddy Freeze.
I think we're going to have the question.
Sadly, I am not in a position to advise in that regard. And I'll give you my reasons why. Primarily because I am not privy to information. I am sure, especially with the family members abroad and all that, if they wanted legal representation, I am sure they can afford it. And I'm also sure that with the money raised, because I remember the lady Titi like saying thank you.
With all due respect, Daddy Prince, with all due respect, this Marco Vinci just said one thing. It's someone that's been slandering my name for years on your platform. He said, God, bring MohBad, take engineer. It's me he was talking about.
What
all because I did not support Peter Obi. That's why these people hate me. I'm sorry for making it political.
Daddy Freeze, can I please exit? Do you mind?
Okay.
No. Okay, Kaji, nice speaking with you. We'll talk another time,
my
Kaji.
dear brother, don't ever make such a statement like that again on my platform. Don't ever make such a statement like that. I can't find him right now, but you are as bad as the people we are complaining about. Don't ever come to this platform and make such a statement. Please, let there be freedom of speech here. Okay? Let's respect one another. All right?
So, DF, you said you're not privy to information.
Yes.
And you can't even if you don't have information, there's no way you can advise anybody.
Absolutely.
The only reason why I asked is so we're not duplicating efforts. So we're not duplicating efforts. If the people, I'm hopeful that Fal's dad will probably know about this situation, and alongside many other cases that he's probably handling pro bono or handling and being paid for, this may be just a tad bit too much on this place. There are other sands in Nigeria that we can engage, or that the family can engage. But here's one thing. I like MohBad. I hate everything that he had to endure up until, he went to be with the Lord. But I'm also very, what's the action? What are the next steps? That's kind of how I've been trained. So it's happened. What are the next steps? How do we, what are we trying to achieve? And how do we get there? So what I would say is, if the families don't have something and they are open to it, God gives me witness, with your help, we can create an avenue for the people that have been impacted, all of Nigeria that have been impacted by this loss. We can come together, create a fund specifically for that purpose that will aid in helping us to investigate and get justice, whatever that means, not just for his wife or for his son or his family, but his friends, families, fans all over the world. And that fund will be managed in public view. It will be a particular account created that people can put money in. We will post a receipt of every spend, every income, every money that comes in, and every spend, and who it went to. So that way, people will say, they just want to use MohBad to chase crowds. They want to use him to make money. Bongoli said something. He said that 400,000 stream in one day. Where is that money going? Is intellectual property. Who has rights to it? Is estate. Who is managing it? It's just a lot. And this can only be done by professionals, which is, lawyers, estate lawyers, criminal lawyers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's all I have to.
Daddy Freeze, that's all I'm saying here. That's what I'm saying. What's the definition of justice? And this is what I mean by justice. You have to fight for justice, and you need money to fight for justice. And justice comes in different forms. That's all I'm saying.
All right, before we go any further, we've got Femi Adirogba here. If you're watching on TikTok, double-click the screen. Double-click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Double-click the screen. Beautiful ideas shared here. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter on TikTok. Please, pop my money guns. Thank you all so much for your support. Let me see who's the next person to pop a money gun on TikTok. The battery of the phone is dying. I just had to bend it a little so they can see me. Oh yeah, pop my money guns on TikTok. Yeah. Oh yeah, pop the money guns. Femi Adirogba, over to you. What are your thoughts?
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening. Political enemy, but we are not here for politics. Good evening, bro. How are you doing today? Well, I've listened to both sides, and I think we've all made wonderful contributions to the subject matter. It's actually an unfortunate incident, which we pray we will not see such a thing again.
Amen.
In the industry, because, it seems to be reoccurring. But about the way forward, I think the last speaker has made a lot of clarifications to what were hugely misunderstood from Bongoli's page. But regarding the efficiency of our legal system, it is true, in fact, totally true, that there is a way our legal system is being compromised that even make the oppressed to get more oppressed when certain cases are even taken to the court system. So that is actually true. But because that is happening, it does not negate the fact that getting justice for MohBad is not possible. Because there was actually a case that happened locally. I think that case ran for a year or one and a half. And if you're in Yoruba, you would actually know that case. And that is a case for Timothy. That guy, he was actually pied in a particular hotel, and the owner of that hotel was highly powerful. That there is no way there is no way they can turn the case upside down, And eventually, when they started the case, almost everybody had that perspective. This case is going nowhere because the people that were involved, they were stronger than the people that were the victim of that case. But at the end of the day, fortunately, the case eventually ended in the right place. And what did I want to mention from that case? What I want us to learn is that sometimes when we think something is impossible, there are a lot of possibility in it. It just depends on who is being hired to handle the case. And it's also a time for us to start reflecting about how things are being done in the music industry. It's not all about having influencers in the music industry. It's also about having prayer groups, whereby when a particular issue is being raised, there could be prayer group, they can raise the issue at time. Because if you study how things have been going for the past 5 days, you always see some people, they say, MohBad told me this, he told me this, he told me this. Honestly, I'm so sure that if many of these cases have been brought to the attention of the phrase as early as possible, some of them would have gotten popular and gotten attention. But I'm not saying that anyone should be responsible for that. But I'm saying that number one thing is that it's high time there are pressure group. I'm not talking about pressure group for jungle justice, no. Pressure group like that of Oriyomi Amzat, who leverage a lot of things, skills, talent, and resources to actually ensure that the justice is delivered for the family of Timothy Adegoke. We can also leverage on that model to ensure that we are not making this all about influencer talking. We're also making it about actionable talks. While we are holding live about this particular matter, we can also keep updating the member of the public on how the court proceeding is going. So it's not all about social media, because some cases cannot be solved on social media. They can only be popularized on social media, but they can be solved in the court of law. And look at it. At a particular point, when even the case of that Timothy, got complicated, they had to hire Baba Femi Falana, and eventually everything worked well. So the point is that it's the matter of who is involved in the court case. It's not really the matter of those who are perpetrating evil. If the right people, yes, I will allow you to talk, to raise your objection. If the right people are consulted, all right. If the right people are consulted,
him, there's no more objection. My battery is about to die. I've been trying to power it.
Can you give 1 minute, please, to round off?
Just 1 minute to round off. I can't do more than that because my phone will die, and I don't want to lose the video.
The point is that way forward is that let's try to raise a kind of prayer group. I'm not talking about jungle justice. I mean intellectual that can engage on intellectual conversation with a good case, and let's get people who has actually been involved in this nature of case and has been successful about it. And number two is that let's also see this as a lesson that when things are coming up like this, let's voice out on time, because actually this effort will actually be profitable, but there is nothing as good as saving one's life before something gets complicated. So I say kudos to everyone that has been involved in this matter. I understand how sad it is, but I believe by God's grace we are going to get justice for MohBad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you're watching on TikTok, please double click the screen. More people would follow and more people would support. Double click the screen. Please follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. I know you guys are carried away by the gist, but don't forget to follow my #1 gifter and Pop My Money Guns. We're rounding off in 5 minutes. 1 minute for Mr. Stats and then 1 minute for Bongoli, and we're out. Guys, keep it within that 1 minute so the phone doesn't die while we're in the middle of what we're in.
I need less than 1 minute. Thank you very much. Again,
Okay.
Daddy Freeze, thanks for. Now, this is all I've said. I said, let's be more actionable. I am willing, I have volunteered myself to spearhead on behalf of the Nigerian youths and people that want justice for MohBad, to initiate conversations with SANS, Special Advocates of Nigeria, or lawyers, if the families don't already have that going. But if they do, I don't want to impede. I will stay. I'm staying in my lane. I love my life. God bless everybody.
Over to you, DJ Bongoli.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad that we're able to have conversations like this and we all can begin to learn and profile solutions. I like that idea, talking about what is justice. Let us know what justice we want to fight for. And let us have money, get the right counseling for such, and push for that. And that's the only way that we can get the true justice that we are yearning for. And we have to know what that justice is. Now, lastly, to fellow Nigerians, I hope that this episode has taught every one of us that a lot of people online that you call your favorite celebs don't really have your best interest at heart. How many of them have been screaming for justice for MohBad? All the ones you love so much, you adore so much. When it's something that is beneficial to them, they will come and scream, and then you guys lend your voices. But now they've left it alone for just a very few influencers and little to no influencers, just regular Joes like you. Justice. So know your Judas, know your Peter, and know your Jesus. Thank you very much, everyone.
I'm Bongoli on the last one before that the phrase go actually off the line. Please help us contact Ashiwaju as well to assist us in this matter. Please.
Which makes sense. Which makes sense. Thank you so much, Femi. Thank you so much, Bongoli. And thank you so much, Mr. Stats. Thank you so much, Femi. Thank you so much, Bongoli. Thank you so much, Mr. Stats. That was a funny one. Femi always knows how to throw his punches. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming through. I'm a bit stressed and tired over this particular matter. And like I said earlier on, it is all about wisdom at this particular juncture. It is all about wisdom. Let us try to be as wise as we possibly can be, because this matter requires wisdom. Let us not blame the wife. Let us not be quick to, you see, that's why I said we should be careful with jungle justice, because jungle justice, they always look for one person to blame. It's called the Ajeke Omoku. The witch cried, the child cried. They go hold the witch. Meanwhile, sometimes the witch crying and the child crying are two separate incidents that are not correlated in any way. So we've got to be very careful. In the course of this, I've seen people blame his father. I've seen them blame his record label. I've seen them blame his wife. It's like they're just looking for. It's like they're just looking for someone to hold, and I understand. But while we're looking for someone to hold, let us be careful not to hold innocent people. I know it is hard, but please let us try. If you're watching on TikTok, please follow my TikTok account. It is Daddy FRZ. Daddy FRZ on TikTok. If you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook and buy my stars. Let me see somebody that'll buy 1,000 stars as we're rounding off right now. 1,000 stars. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze. DADDYFREEZE. Bottom left hand corner, you will see how to buy my stars. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm looking for my #1 gifter on TikTok. Let's do this. Thank you all for the support and the love. Pop my money guns. Okay, somebody just sent a money gun right now. Big shout out to Mr. K. Ojeo. Mr. K, thank you so much for that money gun. Thank you. The rest of you, we have 2 more minutes to pop the money guns. Follow my #1 gifter. Someone said this is getting too long. It will continue like this until a solution is proffered. So if you feel that the matter is too long, it will be nice if you can proffer a solution. I preached for over an hour earlier on, and right now I've been on for 1 hour 35 minutes. I'm tired. It's not easy, but I'm also lending my quota to finding a lasting solution for the family. Hey Alexandra, how are you doing, my sister? JMK Hair, how are you doing? Someone says, why do you like money guns so much? Baba, it's not easy to sit down. Do you know how tired I am at this point? Somebody said I just bought 2,000 stars. I did not see it too. Nobody has bought any 2,000 stars. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I appreciate you all. We'll, like I said, we'll keep trying to get to the end of this matter, and we will try in such a way that no innocent person goes down and no guilty person goes scot-free. So the innocent people would be set free, and the guilty people should be punished according to the dictates of the law. Jam, thank you so much for that gift. Keep popping my money guns. I think I have 2 more minutes before I run out. I cannot say anything anymore. I'm just using this time out to appreciate you. So many new people coming to the channel. Thank you so much. Someone said get the badge on Instagram. I don't have the badges and they refuse to give me. I don't know why. Will this video be on my page? I missed the interview with a family member. Yes, it is definitely going to be on my page, and you can also see it on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you all so much once again for your love. And someone says, Deep Sea Man says, no be money you they find, go find better productive job. Hunger they wire you, and your brain can't they pain you. Oh, renwe bushing war off be so away. Oh, you can't pump and allow a tipa to man pump so away and to man jula titi. You want up all eti dalu weary. Ori eti dalu. Wa best life you on jubi oyun okere. For what that type nonsense. Oh, the rapture done weary. Me tell like bara lati fi bu e. We alone desp man. Jada no lori life mi wogbo. Àwọn èèyàn gosha. Wọ́n go tiran. From one family to another. Please, Jerry, pop my money gun. Somebody say, person death don't turn content. When I came to preach, were you not all there? Everybody was saying, talk about MohBad, talk about MohBad, talk about, we don't want to hear preaching, talk about MohBad. Surely they can never please you. They can never please you. Enoche Philip. They can never please you. Oti Goju. You are too dense. You are denser than the Amazon forest. Bo she wai. Tombak mi ekpa konsi mewa. Oma mu ida konwe. Oto okpolo 100. Bo she wai okpolo alayun bere lo wa nu ori e. Ko to she pako bi po si abiku. O wa sori live me on type content. Iṣẹ́ wo ni bàbá wèrè ń ṣe? Gbogbo ara lẹ fẹ́ fi ṣòṣì. Wèrè lòun ní ń ṣe Philip àbí kí lórúkọ wèrè? Kí ni ìyá wèrè ń jẹ́? Emoche Philip. Alolori buruku ni ese, o de marare ku ni o ma wo gbo last ni. O ma shale je ni bi adie. Jalori life, me don't ever let me see you here again. Egbe father e melo lori mi ba. Taba mbu yin se won ma lenu wa bad. Please, 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 please. If you don't say you don't get sense, not come my life, I beg you. If you don't say you don't get sense, not come my life. Now God, I take beg you. This place no be for Malu. To ba ti lo lopolo lasan bayi, o tan ni e o ma lo tie. Be going your go. Be going your go. Your mates are there buying money gun. Your mates are there popping my money gun. Your mates are there being useful. O kan da oshinu ni o kan ti e wulo gbogbo life e o kan ti e nitumo. Báwo lèèyàn ṣe ń dàgbà nílé ayé tí ilé ayé ò dẹ̀ nítumọ̀? How can your life be so meaningless? Èmi tẹ̀ ráyè àwọn wèrè. I get mad people time. Ó yẹn ti fẹ́ ṣubú ń sìn torí pé mo dá wèrè kan lóhùn. So guys, that's as far as we can go. TikTok people, double click the screen. Follow my #1 gifter. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to read comments to see if there's anything we missed out. Will there be live session tomorrow? Yes, there's going to be church at 12:30. We're going to have our usual church service at 12:30 p.m. Nigerian time, 30 minutes after 12 noon. Ehiora, save this live. By the grace of God, the live will be saved. Olu, how you doing, my brother? All right, guys, so thank you so much once again. You're all appreciated. At this point, I'm saying goodbye. Can you imagine the YouTube phone just died? The YouTube phone just died. And all the other phones are going to see YouTube is gone. So all the other phones are going to start going one by one like that. So let's be careful. Take care, guys. I'm going to have to try to resurrect that phone. Bye, everyone. Bye, Facebook. If you're watching on TikTok, as you're going, double click the screen. Pop my money gun if you're watching on TikTok. As you're going, just pop my money gun. Someone said, please don't go. I'm exhausted. Exhausted. Pata pata. Exhausted. Pata pata. God bless you all. Take good care, guys. Bye.